èmi ò sì ń ṣe ẹṣin tó ń dè mọ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ tó wáyé pé ẹ̀tẹ̀ ti dì mí mọ́lẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ Olúwa ti tú mi sílẹ̀ àwọn tá a tún dè mọ́lẹ̀ lÓlúwa tún máa tú sílẹ̀ láìpẹ́ lágbára àṣẹ Èdùmàrè tó wáyé pé dè ìmọ̀ wa mọ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ lò wá fún ọdún bí mẹ́wàá tá a fi wà lọ́dọ̀ yín because ní àárín ọdún mẹ́wàá yẹn náà kò sí nǹkan kan tí ẹ fún wa láàrin ọdún mẹ́wàá yẹn kì í ṣe pé ẹ sọ pé gba ilé ọ̀ gba ilẹ̀ ọ̀ gba mọ́tò even gan láàrin ọdún mẹ́wàá tá a fi wà pẹ̀lú yín sọ́rí ní December pé ẹ jẹ́ káwọn Àṣàbí gbé àpò ráìsì ẹ̀kọ́ lọ pin kò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí kò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí kò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí kò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí kò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí.
Asabe Afrika ti tú àwọn àṣírí kan tẹ́ ò gbọ́ rí nípa Prophet Marcus Tibetan Asabe Afrika sọ àwọn ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi ní láti sáré kúrò lọ́dọ̀ Prophet Tibetan gbogbo bí Prophet Tibetan ṣe rán kábíyèsí kan láti máa parọ́ mọ́ wọn láti máa spread rumor nípa wọn tó tiẹ̀ tún wá fi di pé wọn kì í ṣe interview mọ́ fún wòlíì Tibetan láti September 2022 Asabe sọ̀rọ̀ ó sọ bí wòlíì Tibetan ṣe jẹ́ irú èèyàn tán jẹ́ pàápàá tó bá ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ owó àtohun tí ojú wọn rí tójú Asabe rí lọ́dọ̀ alàgbà Tibetan pàápàá ní gbogbo ìgbà tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní interview wọn tó ń kó àwọn èèyàn wá láti wá ṣe news conference bí wọ́n ṣe ń rówó gbà ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ nínú ìwé kọ́bọ̀ kódà Asabe sọ̀rọ̀ lórí pé wòlíì Marcus parọ́ ńlá ni o pé irọ́ ńlá gbáà ni pé Asabe Afrika àwọn làwọn dá nǹkan ara wọn lẹ̀ o pé wòlíì Marcus kọ́ ló dá Asabe Afrika sílẹ̀. Welcome to Digi Naija. Remember to like, share and follow us. Ẹ já gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu Asabe Afrika. Kí ni ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ni wọ́n ṣe pẹ̀lú wòlíì Tibetan tí gbogbo ilé fi jó? Ẹ já gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu Asabe.
There was a guy I met there, and that guy, I know him as Goldmate. I know, let me tell you the truth, people. What Prophet Tibetan does is this: when he sees that you are doing something, and he thinks that the thing is going to be big, he will prop up other people. Then we tell them, ìwọ náà ó yá máa ṣe ìwọ náà bó ṣe ń ṣe yẹn ìṣòro Àṣàbí náà ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn ó ti ń gbé mi sí ó dẹ̀ ti ń lówó ń sìn wọ́n ti ń fún lówó wọ́n ti ń fún everything. So ìwọ náà tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tó gbé mi sí ń sìn ìwọ náà wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gba dollars wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí make owó ẹ̀. As at that time you raise almost 3 to 4 people up around me to be doing YouTube with the sole purpose of divide and rule. You wanted them to produce you simultaneously so that Mr. A will be doing it, Mr. B will be doing it, Mr. C will be doing it, Mr. D will be doing it. Then at the end of the day, you are going to be the sole benefactor. You have that vibe, divide and rule. Even as at that time, you made Ola, your former PA, to also start a YouTube channel. But after one video, the guy ran off. The guy ran away because the guy saw the challenges attached. When you have to buy data, you have to spend on data, you have to get a video man that you have to pay to capture the event for you, you have to pay an editor to edit the event, you have to pay for rendering and every other production stuffs that you need to go through. It is a very rigorous process, but you must love that rigor. So a lot of them. But this other guy that I met, it was not Benjamin Adekunle. He had 2 channels. And you kept pumping him. But the guy didn't know that I was not collecting a dime from you. And at the end of this video, either in the part 1 or the part 2 or part 3, we are going to give you the testimony of the guy. What the guy said about the value process between me and him. One day, after many years, I just discovered the guy didn't come again. And this guy has done he has 2 channels. But we channel could see it over 500 subscribers. But the guy forgot that I'm a journalist, I'm a trained journalist. I have been working, I've been doing this job before I met Prophet Tibetan. I've been doing this job at least good 20 years or how many years? I've been doing it for years, for almost a decade and a half before I met Prophet Tibetan. And I'm very adept in what I do. I know, by God's grace, I know what I do. you know. So, but the guy was just a cameraman that Prophet Tibetan prompted into a competitive mood with Tibetan Asabe, because everybody is like, oh yeah, ìwọ náà máa ṣe, oh yeah, ìwọ náà tó bá ti ń ṣe ń sìn wá lówó wà ní gbogbo ẹ̀. I met the guy somewhere. I was coming from an event someday like that, and we ran into each other in Yanopaja area of Lagos, and the guy said, Asabe Afrika, ó ga o, mi ò mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n gbowó lọ́wọ́ bàbá. I said, what do you mean? He said, ibi o mọ̀ bí a ṣe gbogbo kí ní tẹ̀ ń ṣe,
àwọn àṣírí tí ẹ ò gbọ́ rí nípa Prophet Tibetan náà ní Asabe Afrika tún jáde yìí fún odidi ọdún mẹ́wàá àti díẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi bá wòlíì Tibetan ṣiṣẹ́, gbogbo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn, gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n gbowó, gbogbo ìrírí wọn pẹ̀lú wòlíì Tibetan náà ni wọ́n tún jáde yìí ó ẹ̀rí pé nǹkan kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ràgó. Ẹja gbọ́ fọ́nrán ìsíwájú sí.
And this is the guy that was with you, according to him, since 2007, I think. I met you in 2012. He has been with you since 2007, I think so. Yeah, 2005. Yes, he's been working as your cameraman, and that is the guy I met, not Benjamin. So you are not the author of Asabe Afrika. I am Asabe Afrika. People know me. I have been doing that since when I was in the editorial. Asabe Afrika has been Asabe Afrika. And the reason is that I have traveled to few African countries and I love the environment. I've been to Lome, Togo. I've been to Accra, Ghana. I've been to Freetown, Sierra Leone. And there is more. By the special grace of God, we are still going to cover. I'm an African by nature, and I'm African by perspective. I am an African by orientation, and I am an African by futuristic postulations. You know, I love Africa. I have studied history, and I know the history of my people. I know what I've read about Africa. I know what I should know about Africa now and in the coming years. So, Asabe Afrika, you cannot take it out. You so much. You came like as if it was where we got you that we even started journalism. You came as if it was as if when we got to you we started life. You came so hard as if it was as when we came to you that everything began. You didn't want us to take any grace out of your place, but we came with our grace and we unleashed that grace on you. You are just a backstreet prophet looking for something to grab and something to eat. You are a backstreet prophet looking for survival, and we came at the right time. As at that time, you can imagine if I was not collecting money from you, then for me mo tó dá nǹkan mi ṣe ní ìgbà yẹn tí mi ò kí ń béèrè owó. I remember in 2017 there was a day we were traveling out of the country, and myself, my wife, we drove to the church. We were so broke that day. We were so broke, there was no money, because that was the year you told me to stop going to see the people. It gave me like a vision that I should ignore Sheikh, I should stop doing anything with him, that don't get jealous. And the reason is because some of your stories we take there, they were not used.
Àwọn àṣírí tí ẹ ò gbọ́ rí nípa Prophet Tibetan náà ní Asabe Afrika tún jáde yìí fún odidi ọdún mẹ́wàá àti díẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi bá wòlíì Tibetan ṣiṣẹ́, gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn, gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n gbowó, gbogbo ìrírí wọn pẹ̀lú wòlíì Tibetan náà ni wọ́n tún jáde yìí ó ẹ̀rí pé kan kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ràgó. Ẹja gbọ́ fọ́nrán ìsíwájú sí.
Despite the pressure from my wife, I ran out. I said no, we let you go, and eventually I drove. Even the fuel in my car, it was a miracle that the fuel took us home. But I made sure, and it was like I called a colleague, a friend, who is still generous till today. He said, I think give me this to the end of the month. You know, I try not to take money from you because I know your temperament when it comes to money. I understand the dynamics of your temperament. You are somebody that if you give anything to anybody, it might become the topic for the next sermon. Please, it is very important that we know what we are talking about and you know where you're going. To be honest, we are more sincere, we are more truthful, And in this course, that is why I waited pathetically long enough to give you the room to express the ignorance of time. May God forgive you to express the ignorance of time. A long year, 10 year, look at me, look at what these people are doing for you now. Today now you want to talk on almost every platform. You want to talk on Ojutole, you want to talk on Alore, you want to talk on Black Africa Magic, you want to talk on 12 Star, you want to talk on Yoruba Space TV, you want to talk to everybody. That is not Ishe Wuli again. That is political analysis. You are now a political activist. You know, you are chopping down the cassock of the prophet, because a prophet rarely talk. They talk when it is most essential. They talk nígbà tí Olúwa bá fi ara hàn, tí Olúwa bá fi àṣírí hàn, wọ́n á sọ̀rọ̀. But wọ́n á di pé jẹ́ ká jókòó lọ ká sọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu lọ́la, jẹ́ ká jókòó ká tó sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Yorùbá lọ́tùnla, jẹ́ ká jókòó ká tó sọ̀rọ̀ Sanwó-Olú ní ọjọ́ mẹ́rin sí, jẹ́ ká jókòó lọ́la ká tó sọ̀rọ̀ Akeredolu. You know, it becomes a very horrible and a dramatic turn of events. Then the actor is becoming a miscreant. May the actor never become a miscreant in the long run. You know, a lot of actors in Nigeria, they become a miscreant today. Some of them are even following MC Oluomo, you know, because there's nothing to offer again. They are just there, nothing, no good producer, no good storyline, no good process to activate their talent. So you need to be very, very careful. You need to retrace your step. Stop telling lies about people that are good to you. Stop making it always look as if you are the one that is doing good and they are the one doing bad to you. Just like your son said in an interview, two of your sons said it in an interview to me in 2020, that you have the capacity to change every issue, every
àwọn àṣírí tí ẹ ò gbọ́ rí nípa Prophet Tibetan náà ní Asabe Afrika tún jáde yìí fún odidi ọdún mẹ́wàá àti díẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi bá wòlíì Tibetan ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn, gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n gbowó, gbogbo ìrírí wọn pẹ̀lú wòlíì Tibetan náà ni wọ́n tún jáde yìí ó ẹ̀rí pé nǹkan kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rà kó ẹja gbọ́ fọ́nrán ìsíwájú sí.
Growing up with him, what are the sweet and sour moments like? Did you have any, and how will you describe those moments?
All I can say is Prophet is always right. You know, even if it's wrong, it's right.
How do you mean?
So say if you say the chair is brown, even though it's brown, our Prophet says it's black, just agree with him and say it's black.
That's a dad.
You know, he can never be wrong.
How will you define Prophet MK Tibetan as a son?
I'd say troubleshooting. You know, if any type of trouble, anything interferes with my dad, there's always a way for him to get out of that situation and make it better for himself, even though it's not a good situation. So troubleshooting is the best way. If people know what that means, that's the best way I can describe my dad. Very troubleshooting man. Anything comes near him or that he wants to do harm to him, we reverse and come better in his own.
Yeah. His advantage.
To his own advantage, yeah.
And let me also clear this. The first person we started interviewing at Asabe Afrika was Chief Augustine Bola Adegunloye, Egbeji Ologun of Africa. He was an herbalist. He was a great man. But I must confess to you, that man is honest than 100 bishops in Nigeria. And I'm saying this for the first time on air. May God bless the soul of Baba Egbeji Ologun of Africa.
Ọ̀rọ̀ rèé o, ẹ̀yin èèyàn, pẹ̀lú ohun gbogbo tí ẹ ti gbọ́ rí lẹ́nu wòlíì Tibetan àti èyí tí ẹ wò nínú fọ́nrán, kí lè ròyìn ẹ drop comment yín. Remember to like, share and follow us. Thanks for watching.